Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of the ground cover video. I've done a little bit of work but not much, as when we made that super glue on there I've dropped a few bits of grass tufts here and there, and I've glued in those half barrel rusty old barrels that I cast in resin. The grass tufts I've used are these. I don't know what make they are, but they're readily available everywhere, so I've used those. Now we're going to airbrush it. I'm using Vallejo dark earth thinned with ultimate airbrush thinner. It's a generic brand. It'll do everything. So I've pre-mixed some into this little tub. I'm going to drop it into the airbrush and then we'll give it a go. Plenty in there, more than enough. The idea is, because it's rough ground, we're going to get various tones and shades, because it's going to catch in some places and not in others. When we've done the dark colour, we can go over and highlight it if we want different lighter shades or whatever. So we're just going to start now, give this a go and see where we end up. I'm using the gravity fed airbrush for this one, the bog standard gravity fed one, not this suction type. So here we go. I'm standing about 4 inches off. Just giving it a light covering. Well, this is probably going to take 5 or 6 coats. To get it as dark as what we want it. That's quite alright. Each coat can be given a minute to dry. And it'll make a decent blend between. That's the first coat on. I'm going to do one more coat and then we'll move on to the other bits, what I'm going to do with it to make it look a bit better. I'm not going to bore you with half a dozen coats to keep it, otherwise we'll be here forever between coats, letting it dry and things. So I'll put one more coat on and I'll show you how I'm going to add some other bits. You can see it darkening up in places. We'll just keep doing this till we get the colour that we're happy with. So that's that particular job for now. And you can see it's paler. It's much paler than the original ground in front. But we'll work towards getting it darker as time goes on. I'll just empty this airbrush. Right, there we go. Now I complained, sorry, whoops. I complained that I didn't have the grass tufts and things. Now, as you can see in the foreground, I've used these tufts of grass from cutting string and gluing them on. And I've got a selection of others which are very good to use. These are some stick-on grass tufts. They're only cheap. You buy a card full of them for very little money, and these are the ones I wanted that were out of stock. They're scale model scenery thistles, and they've started doing thistles plants and all kinds of different things. So they're really good, and I was really anxious to get my hands on some. They sold out very quickly, so I made sure I got some. And I'm just going to add these. You just peel them off and stick them about where you think thistles might pop up. Now, I know a lot of thistles will pop up in fields and stuff. We have thistles in our fields sometimes, and we have to get rid of them because if the livestock eat them and a thorn sticks in their tongue, the tongue goes all stiff and they can't eat properly, and they call it wooden tongue. The tongue goes like a lump of wood. So thistles are a farmer's enemy. We don't tolerate them. We get rid of them as soon as we can. So I'm just going to put thistles, and what I'm going to do is put these thistles all over, and I'm going to put some grass tufts on this area as well as that area, but this area is going to be fenced eventually and for sale as a vacant builder's lot or whatever, and we'll come back and see how it goes. So that's basically it for now. I've got a few more coats to do with the dark brown, and I'll mix a new batch up and I'll make it a bit darker, and just so it matches in, and then I'll go over and highlight it. So that's all it is. Thank you very much for looking in. Thank you everyone who is subscribed and those who've recently subscribed. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for looking in, and I'll show you this in another video when it's completely finished. Thank you all very much. Bye bye for now, and take care, my friends. Bye bye now.